Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Jones in the background asleep on the couch, and this is a Piney podcast, all things South Jersey. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Book 8, but I'm also going to do a few headlines, a few South Jersey headlines, not too many, just a few things that happened, and then we're going to get into the book. So thanks for tuning in. You can check out all my books at Amazon.com. Kindle Unlimited is free. Now, a $6,000 reward has been offered after a Chihuahua was rescued from bags along a South Jersey railroad. This happened in Vineland. They put this poor little guy in a bag. What the hell? 1-year-old Chihuahua, nearly suffocated, but they say he's traumatized, and I don't know if he's... The animal shelter's offering $1,000 and PETA is offering $5,000. So apparently she's fine and no other signs of abuse other than being visibly shaken. Oh, the poor thing. I hope she gets a nice home. I would give her a nice home. I don't know if Joan would get along with her. But that's a shame. That is a shame. You should... I hope the person is found. Look, you have no excuse for doing this. Putting a dog in a bag and just throwing it away like it's trash, you ought to go to jail. With all the animal shelters, you couldn't just drop the poor little girl off at a shelter somewhere. All the shelters in South Jersey, you're sick. You are sick, but I'm glad the dog's okay. War unsettling for Ukrainian Catholics in South Jersey. Understandable. Very understandable. People are talking about it. They want to support the Ukraine. I can totally understand this. I think the United States should stay out of it, though, because I don't want to play Fallout in real life. New Jersey Senate Budget Chair calls for Russian sanctions on a state level. I don't think so, because I think this will be mostly virtue signaling anyway. The federal government really should take care of this. Really shouldn't be a state thing. So yeah, let's not do that. Not teachers, but they work hard to fill the gaps about South Jersey's Black history. Yep, totally for that. Good on you, preserving the history in South Jersey. We should preserve it any way we can. It's really about getting the money. It's really, at the end of the day, it's about money. And unfortunately, times are going to be tough in the years ahead. So hopefully you can still preserve the history. This is Stedman Graham, Oprah's boyfriend. He was from Whitesboro. I did not know he was from South Jersey. And the headline is, what happened to the dozens of black towns that once existed in South Jersey? I don't think this is necessarily a racial issue. There are literally dozens and dozens of towns that have disappeared in South Jersey. People just abandoned them. But, I get it. You're trying to preserve some history. And again, I'm all for that. But, I don't think you have to make everything racial, especially when you're talking about the towns. I think all the towns in South Jersey that have disappeared deserve some place in history, whether that's a record, whether that's a house being preserved or whatever. And finally, for the headlines, where you can get your own Mardi Gras cake, King's Cake for Mardi Gras. Here are some places: Crust and Crumbs in Vineland, Deluxe Italian Bakery in Runnymede. I've been there. It's a good place. Di Bartolo Bakery, Haddon Ave in Collingswood. Oh, I've been to that one. And Di Bartolo European Bakery and Cafe in Haddonfield. I must have been to that one. Definitely been to Haddonfield. Don't remember that one, but I've definitely been to the Collingswood one. JB Bakery in Burlington City. McMillan's Bakery. Oh, they're good. Haddon Ave, Haddon Township. I've definitely been to McMillan's. They got good donuts. Oh boy, their donuts are good. Sweetsboro Pastry Shop in Swedesboro. Clever name. I will be there tomorrow for Nerdfest, by the way. Nerdfest from 10 to 4, Sunday, February 27th. I will be at Nerdfest. Definitely come by. I will have books 1 through 7 of the Pineys and comics and my Italian book and all kinds of things. So it's a great show. I had a great time doing it last time. Sold a lot of books. Pre-pandemic. It was the last show I did before the pandemic really hit. And I did really well, so my hopes are high. My hopes are high. I'm going to sell a lot of books. And finally, Maria Mom's Italian Bakery in Marlton. I don't think I know that one. I mean, I've been to Marlton a million times. 13 North Locust Street. Not sure where that is. But they look good. I'm not sure if those beads are edible. Could go either way. But the king cakes, yeah, looks good. Sugary goodness. And finally, let's talk about book 8 of the Pineys. Are you ready to see the cover? Bam! There it is. The cover for book 8, Roadkill Piney, is the name of the story. And it takes place on Route 55, otherwise known as Indian Curse Road. Indian Curse Road is famous here in South Jersey. They built the road back in 1983. It's an extension of Route 55. They built the extension so you could get to the mall quicker, the Deptford Mall. And in the 80s, they built it through an Indian burial mound, which upset a lot of people. And then they said the road became cursed, and there were all sorts of accidents during construction. So that's the general folk tale, and they say don't go down Indian Curse Road, bad things happen. So this is the story that we center it around. The Pineys have to go to Indian Curse Road because one of the deer is causing mayhem, and they have to hunt that deer. And as you can see from the cover, you've got the Route 55 sign, you got the road construction woman there, you got a strange ancient looking club with a skull and a little piece of metal. The cover, of course, by Vig Starmax, the amazing Vig. Vig is amazing. His artwork is really nice. He's done all the covers of the Pineys, and gosh, he's working on the 9th one. He's just so talented. I envy his talent. He's got great detail there. He's got patchwork on the knees there. He's got the boot, the watch, everything Vig's got going on. It's really sweet looking cover, I think. So not to give away too much of the story, but it explores the Indian Curse Road thing. And also there is a monastery not too far from Indian Curse Road. So the monastery ties into it. And we explore Cousin Milton origin, his whole thing with martial arts. So that's part of the story. Of course, Hemingway is in it. And we're coming off the book 7, The Paradox Piney. And those of you who read that know what happened to Hemingway's truck. So that is taken into account in the story. You can see by the glowing eyes of the construction worker. If you've read The Pineys, you know what that means. So that's going to be a factor in the story as well. In this story, you're going to get to see a lot of the cousins. They all come out for this. So a lot of the cousins we've revealed up until now come out for the hunt, because it's a big hunt. This is a big hunt. This is a big Galloway issue. And beyond that, I don't want to give away too much more, but I really loved this one. I loved reading it, going through the edits. It came out really good. So, you know, when you do like a series on anything, you're refining as you go along. And I think it's true. You get better as you go along. You know, you keep doing something. So this one really, to me, is one of the best books so far in the series. It really just sort of came together. You get to meet one of the older Galloway relatives. We introduce her, and she's very key to this entire book. Again, I don't want to give it away, but this one probably has the best balance between the 4 main characters, although Hemingway's a little bit not as prominent, but he's definitely in it. Hemingway tends to overwhelm the book, I think, sometimes. So I'm very excited. It's called Roadkill Piney, Book 8 of the Pineys. Available probably in the next 24 hours whenever Amazon approves it. Hopefully there are no issues. I had a bit of an issue uploading, but I fixed it last night. I think I got everything right this time. I screwed up the prices in the past a bunch of times, but this time I really took my time, and I hopefully nothing will go wrong. So check that out. Check me out at Nerdfest. And that's it for me, Tony D. I'm going to go see what little Joan is barking about. And we'll see you in the next one.